Okay, so first things first, I have a new blog post. It is about my summer bucket list 2018. If you want to read it, go ahead and click the link down below. I'll have it for you. It took me a little bit to write it, but I finally finished it today. Yay! Welcome back to my booktube channel. My name is Brenna Green. You're watching Pineapple Strawberry. Woohoo! Today I'm going to be giving you a book talk mixed with a update, kind of reading goal update type thing. So we'll start out with the book talk. And this book I just finished. I haven't finished a book since like late July. So I'm really proud of myself. It's called The Gray's A Fine and Private Place by Alan Bradley. This is a Flavia de Luce novel. I don't know how you pronounce it, but I'm just gonna say the names how I pronounced it in my head while I was reading it. I walked to my library and this was on like the bestsellers list, and I picked it up and I was like, wow, this looks awesome. Read the first page and I fell in love. I checked it out immediately and started reading it. This book. I freaking loved it. I wrote everything down so I don't get off track. If you see me like looking over this way, it's because I have notes. Okay, so this is actually one book out of 10. This is number 9. 10 comes out next year. This book specifically, The Gray's A Fine and Private Place, is about this 12-year-old girl named Flavia, and she is boating with her family when she finds a dead man in the water. This kind of kicks off the story, and from there on, she's just literally finding out all about the death of this man that she found in the water, whose name is Orlando. She finds out a ton about like the people that live in the area as well as Orlando's death. And yeah, that's pretty much what the book consists of. It may not seem like a lot, but it is. I feel like if I say anything else, it's kind of gonna be like a spoiler. Flavia was such a delight. She is probably one of the best main characters that I've ever read in a book. And you know me, I love a good main character, and I cannot stand an annoying main character. I literally will not finish the book if the main character is annoying or someone that I really don't like. Yeah, so I love the character. She was a complete gem. The way she thought and handled situations was so unique to me. She was very mature for her age, but how she was written, you never forgot that she was just 12 years old. So she was very nosy like a 12-year-old. She was wrong like a 12-year-old. She's not always right, even though she was very scientific-y. She was still 12. The only thing that I really didn't like about this book was that sometimes it lost me. Sometimes they talk about like situations or characters that happen in like other books. He wants to be in the video, y'all. Say hi. Okay, so as I was saying, what was I saying? Oh my god, he won't stop. I feel bad. As I was saying, I would sometimes forget that this was like a 9th book in the series. So in the book, they'd often talk about, well, not often, but they'd sometimes talk about like other characters that I'm guessing were in like the other 8 books, or like situations that happened in the other 8 books that I just wouldn't know about. So even on Goodreads, they're like, if you want like full enjoyment out of this book, go ahead and read the other 8 ones first. And I was like, nah, fam, I'm just gonna read this one and see how it goes. I wasn't sure if they had like all 9 of them at my library. I'm not gonna go look for them. So I had this one, and it was still so fun. It's so fun reading. I'm so glad I picked it up because like the main character was actually literally one of my favorites ever. Some parts got really like scientific, and I was like, what the frick are they talking about? But yo, it was so fun nonetheless. Reading this actually makes me want to read the rest of the series, and y'all know how I am about series. I'm not really like, I read the Lunar Chronicles, it was so great. I read the Percy Jackson series, but other than that, like, I wasn't really interested in finishing any series or starting any series, but this one I would definitely read. And the next book that comes out, I actually thought it was already out, the 10th one, so I literally went on my phone to like order it online, but then I realized that it comes out in January. I was like, what the freak? So that might be in like an anticipated reads video if I ever get around to making one of those. The next one's supposed to be about her sister like getting married and then they find a finger in the cake. What? Anyways, good book. 5 out of 5 stars, 6 out of 5 stars if I can rate it that. And also, oh yeah, I forgot to say, Dodger was actually another one of my freaking favorite characters in this book. I'm not sure if you pronounce it Dodger or Dogger because it has 2 G's, but yeah, he was so fun, especially when them two were together. I just love their relationship. You can tell that they've been through a lot together in the past, and they genuinely like each other's company, and I really appreciate that. I really do. So yeah, what's next, you ask, is my reading goals for the rest of the year. Now, I counted up, I think from yesterday there was approximately like 16 more weeks until the end of the year, and my goal for the whole year was 15 books. I recently changed that goal from 15 to 22. This book right here makes up 10 for me. I only finished 10 books for the year. I know. Which means I have to step up my freaking A game because I changed my goal from 15 to 22. So 16 weeks. Now I have to read 12 books by the end of the year. So I wanted to initially read 1 book a week until the end of the year, which would be 16 books, but I gave myself leeway for like 4 weeks. You got me? It made sense in my head when I was thinking about it. What made me change my goal from 1 book a week, so from 16 more books to 12 more books, was because I recently got this one called Sleeping Beauties by Stephen King and Owen King. This would be my first ever Stephen King book. Also, one of my first ever thrillers. Wait for it, wait for it. I'm forgetting. This was like one of my first ever mystery books ever, and I loved it. This book, you see how thick it is? This has 699, 700 pages in it. And I was like, can I finish that in a week? I don't think so. That's literally 100 pages a day, which I don't think I can do. So that's why I gave myself leeway to like 12 books instead of 16. Are you done crying? Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. There's more to come soon. I'm reading, I'm writing, I'm doing good. So stay tuned for more. Catch you in the next video. Bye.